Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and our technology partner Prime Infotech Solution. I am Jolly Singh, co-host at Coffee and associate with Prime Infotech Solution. And today's theme is the mind behind digital transformation from imagination to reality. It's the emerging startup series where we delve into the minds of trailblazing entrepreneurs and innovators shaping the future of technology and business. In today's episode, we are thrilled to have Vaibhav Mittal, the dynamic founder of Digital Hub India AI ecosystem. With her career spanning over 2 decades, Vaibhav has been at the forefront of integrating advanced technologies like AR, VR, blockchain, and AI into groundbreaking experimental marketing solution. Join us as we explore his journey, inspirations, and the exciting future he envisions for digital transformation. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Hello. How are you, Jolly? Nice to be here.
I,
Thank
I am
you.
I'm really fine, sir. It's an absolute pleasure having you on our show. Uh, before we delve into the conversation, let me just give a brief about the entire flow of the conversation that we are going to have today. We would be having 3 rounds in total. The first round is the professional questions round. The second round is the personal questions round, and we end the entire conversation with a very fun rapid fire round. At the end of the round, we also have a small surprise scheduled for you, just for you, like accustomed for especially for you. So let's get started with the very first round, which is the professional questions round. And my very first question to you would be that can you share the journey and inspiration behind founding Digital Hub India AI ecosystem?
All right. Thank you, Jolly, for giving me this opportunity to share about Digital Hub India. So, Digital Hub India was a passion where I wanted to have an experience of creating an ecosystem where all the new technologies and the undergoing technologies could be merged. And as we look for new people, new talents to come forward, I thought that an ecosystem which can plug a lot of subject matter experts of different fields, especially in the emerging technologies, that ecosystem has to be there. So that's where the first foundation and being Ratan Tata as my inspiration, that if an ecosystem has to be built, then it has to be built with lot of courage and lot of risks. So that's what I'm doing in my current role.
Okay, sir. So, what are the key challenges you have faced while integrating cutting edge technologies like AR, VR, and blockchain into event experiences?
Yeah, that's a good question. We hear a lot of times these words and these technologies, but eventually, not every one of us have our hands-on experience on them. We don't know these technology, how they work, how they can really impact your experience, because anything which is created in technology is to change an experience level of some user, right? So the challenge we have faced while promoting and while letting our clients, letting our businesses know that the use of this technology will give them a leverage of saving time, effort, human effort, especially towards the sustainable development projects where there's a lot of computing is used. All this technology is actually creating a lot of new waves of looking at an experience. So the understanding of that to people, how this technology can change, either it's a virtual reality or a wearable technology, which are scaling right now. You hear a lot of ads which are about wearable rings. Virat Kohli was wearing one of the bands which could monitor his health. So that understanding is a challenge when it comes to your all these new technologies.
So, how do you approach developing creative brand campaigns for your clients?
So the approach is usually a holistic approach. We start from a research basis, which is a paramount thing for any campaign to start. So we look beyond to what has been done, what can be done, and what can be achieved in order to convince our clients. Usually, a brand campaign can talk you a lot about how a company is represented in terms of the experience people will get from it. So if it's a car, then it would always talk about a campaign which is about speed. If it's a car, it's if it's let's say it's an aeroplane, it's going to talk about the convenience of using that aeroplane for a long flight, right? So the brand campaigns usually have to be thought from research to how the actual idea would get implemented in real life.
Okay. So, what role does generative AI play in your current projects and future plans?
Yeah, everybody's talking about generative AI,
Yeah.
so there has to be a question for that for sure.
Right.
So we know about AI, we know about how fast, all these new AI words are jumping in. But the generative AI is basically an AI which works for three, four main purposes. One is text to text. For
Yes.
example, ChatGPT, you write a text to it
Right.
and you can communicate to it, right? A generative AI can also be in text to image, like DALL-E, like Midjourney. You just give a prompt and then you get an image out. So generative AI right now has reduced our work in order to get the work done from people. The hardest part is to get the job done from people, right? Either it's an employee or a manager relationship or a client or an agency relationship. You need to try and get work done from people at an efficient way. That's where, if people are adapting to the generative AI part right now, it's going to immensely improve the whole way of the output, which is going to be coming in different forms: video, text, or graphics.
Okay, sir. So, how do you keep up with the rapid advancements in Web 3.0 and blockchain technologies?
Yeah, so community is a major pivotal role. How I keep myself upgraded with all the advancements. So it's usually conferences, seminars, one-on-one consultation, which I usually provide when a project idea is at stage. And then travel puts you a lot with the right people in the
Right.
right mindset that
Right.
these technologies, uh, there's always a fear of using and start adapting to a technology, but eventually if it works for you, you start adapting to it, right? So
Right.
that, conversation with people one-on-one who are industry experts and who are doing something great in this field has helped me a lot. Yeah.
So, do you have any successful project that you would like to share with us where you utilized metaverse technology for your client?
Okay, so one of the project which we did was at the time of G20. We were a part of a team which was to supposed to create a metaverse content for health ministers that were traveling to Ahmedabad. So the whole idea of creating that experience was to give them a visual representation in an anamorphic form. And anamorphic content is very in term, which in the industry is that you have this three-dimensional screen in which the content pops out, and you feel wow effect to it. So that was a challenging aspect for it, because usually our anamorphic content is around one element, like you would see a phone and then you will see content rolling around it.
Right.
But the challenge which we had was that we had to create a whole visual storyboard of a story, like a narration. So we started back when COVID hit the country. Then we went on how the COVID was, controlled by world, how especially India put a pivotal role in controlling that COVID and helping the whole world and saving the world. So that was the most challenging way, and it had a great impact on all the ministers all across the world.
Okay, sir. What strategies do you use for effective brand communication and client servicing?
So strategies are, I would say, you need to be having an idea about the brand to whom you are talking first. You cannot just have a portfolio of a real estate service provider and you can pitch an Audi car manufacturer or a company and tell them that we can do the wonders for you. So your strategy has to be very direct to what kind of client you are approaching. You should have done your homework, that what the client has already delivered and to what kind of people they have been in touch with. And then, of course, they're going to be changing their boat towards you once they find that value, that their brand, and you have a different, completely amazing idea to give them a different hook to other than competitors. So, yeah, homework is must,
Yeah.
and that should be there for that.
Okay, sir. Sir, how do you balance the creative and technical aspects of experiential marketing?
Yes, experiential marketing is basically a marketing in which you can have an interactive experience. So, either a machine which helps you understand a particular content in a different way. That's we usually say is an experiential marketing idea. The collaborative approach is basically the approach we use. So, if I don't know today programming, then I will have a subject matter expert as a partner with me who would be part of that project in which that particular requirement is there. So my way of getting any project of any quality, of any magnitude, is full fail proof because I get the experts on the board who have a good credentials, long history of delivering great projects, zero tolerance. And then we create that collaborative harmony where we do the project together as per our responsibilities.
Okay, sir. So, what do you consider your most significant achievement in your professional career right till now?
Well, I don't want to boast about it, but Digital Hub India AI ecosystem is one of the achievement I would think where we are being bootstrapped, and we have never went out for funding yet. We are not yet making that kind of money which should be there in a company like us, but the kind of uh, associations we are getting, the kind of partnerships we are getting into, that is helping us a lot in getting dwelled into different cultures across the globe. We have partners in Canada, we have partners in Cyprus. So it helps us build that, the reason why you want to wake up every day and work on Digital Hub India, because you get to know and talk to more brightest mind across the globe. And of course, there's a lot which has been happening in terms of sustainability and saving our planet
Yes.
by God's grace. So I feel proud that this ecosystem is there. And once we have the right players and right partners who would want to, add value to it, we'll be definitely scaling it.
Definitely, sir. Uh, Last question for the professional questions round. That
Mhm.
how do you see the future of digital transformation and what role will Digital Hub India play in it?
Okay, last question. Fair enough. So I'll
Yes.
make it the best answer you can get for this question.
Please
See,
go for it, sir.
the digital transformation. Thank you. The digital transformation usually is based on adaptation. If you are not ready to adapt to a technology, the digital transformation has no meaning for you, right? If you know the worth of that technology, how it can impact or makes your life easy, then you would be more ready to change. Example, we used to have button phones earlier, and everybody thought that nobody will be able to use how the touch phone works, but now they are only touch phones, they are no button phones. So your adaptation to a technology matters a lot. The future of digital transformation basically depends on adaptability. And if you are somebody who wants to adapt to technology, which helps you realize that it's going to make my life easy, it's going to help me connect more, it's going to give me more, reason to use this technology, you will be there as a part of the crowd which knows the power of how this digital transformation is happening. So I see it coming to everybody because today we are using gadgets. We see there are gadgets which are now being taken into wearable technologies like rings,
Yeah.
flat screens, transparent screens, and all that transformation will happen, and people will only be able to, understand that once they are ready to adapt to it. That's what we are doing at Digital Hub India. We are helping people to adapt to those technologies and bringing out the projects like that. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, I surely mentioned it to be the last question, but I want to like add on to the discussion that we are having right here. When I just mentioned about like you discussed about your significant achievement in your profession career till yet and the future that you behold yourself for in the coming years. One thing that I would really want to know that in our present time, our honorable Prime Minister has been boasting about the startups a lot. They
Yeah.
have been encouraging to like for Indian based startups to like grow more and more. So have you had that
Correct.
opportunity to take benefits and advantages of the various programs that the government of India have been running right now? And how do you see like what is your opinion about it, like all of the things that goes around it?
Right. So I am actually and personally very happy to what Modi government is doing and how the whole idea of Digital India, Startup India was seeded 10 years back. As an proprietorship company and being a single solo entrepreneur company, the chances of using those MSME privileges and those are very few, right? The more it is there for private limited firms, the more it is there for invested firms. I have not got a chance yet to find anybody who is ready to support a proprietorship or a solo, startup. But there is also not a reason that why I have stopped myself to not explore what the whole government is giving to these entrepreneurs and to me. And honestly, the knowledge they are sharing, it's
Yes.
impeccable. Like the kind of visionary people that are sitting on the benches of Startup Digital India, all the initiatives that are for women who are wanting to become entrepreneurs, they are just fabulous. So I really recommend that anybody who is in India thinking of doing anything which is not even has touched India, like quantum in super intelligence, it has not even touched India. All over world, the people are working on it, right? So
Correct.
I would really recommend that people who want to start up and use the government of India, privileges to become a bigger company, a bigger startup, they should think of doing a private limited firm more.
Definitely, sir. So that is it for the professional questions round. We are towards our next round, which is the personal questions round. And my first question to
Okay.
you would be that can you tell us about your professional endeavors right from the childhood to like where you are right now, about like also mentioning about your family and the journey that you have had till now.
Yeah. So thank you for the end of the professional questions. I was
Yes.
actually getting, you know, uh, tempted to tell you a lot of things because I want to tell you about space exploration, which is happening, and a lot of other things. So yeah,
Actually,
coming
we
to the
would
personal
like to
side,
hear that.
yeah,
No, but that the thing is like we would very much like to hear that. It,
we,
eh,
we'll get to that question in next forum maybe. Yeah.
Definitely, sir. We will definitely get into that.
Okay, so on the personal front, I've been blessed being a teacher's kid. I have my mom with me who is a Sanskrit teacher for last 40 years. She's now retired. I have a brother who is living in US and he's a scientist for US Air Force. Uh, my dad was a biology teacher. So my strength actually was education, which I had at a very early stage of understanding how a particular subject should be dealt with in order to know at an early stage what you want to become. And I was a brat and I wanted to do things creatively. So I found myself in the design space and creative imagination space where I also excelled in a postgraduate diploma from New Zealand in design and animation. And it's been wonderful. And I feel blessed to God that I have great parents and great family. And they've always been there. Encouragement has always been there to do your thing. And that's why we are able to do different things.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sir, how do you maintain your work-life balance with the busy schedule? Because startup demands a lot of time. So how do you do that?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so I don't know if I should be saying this or not, but I was reading somewhere that all the religions in the world teach you only one thing: discipline.
Yes.
So you want to become a startup founder, you need to know what discipline feels like, because when you are committed to sleep for 6 hours, you are committed because you're the rest of the 18
Correct.
hours. You need to pump up as much as you can in a very organized and a very balanced way, keeping track of what you are eating, keeping track of what you are, taking a time out for yourself. That discipline will actually always help you to become a better entrepreneur.
Okay, sir. So, what hobbies do you pursue in your free time?
So here comes the space exploration, which I can mention. So
Yes.
currently, for last 2 years, I have been extensively making space exploration as a hobby to know as much as I can what is happening around the world. Uh, there is a plan in place where we are trying to create a company, a vertical where we would be thinking to provide space food, which people would be using for commercial travel, just like an airline uses now. So. My time usually now goes into reading a lot, speaking to people who are working in the space area, speaking to people who are actually trying to get some knowledge that how Indian entrepreneurs should be looking at space as an opportunity for bringing up their startups. So yeah.
Okay, sir. So, what kind of activities do you enjoy with your friends outside of work?
Yeah, with friends, you never have a plan, I guess, because that's what friends are for. You think of doing something and then you introduce anything when you meet together. But still, we try to jump off to few of the hiking trips, travel, creative imagination, and think you get a very less time to spend with their families when you are an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, are there any personal experiences that have significantly shaped your personal professional output?
I would say personal experience. What definitely was my study time in New Zealand because I was first in my family to leave India and go abroad and study, and I found it really, really very. In the right word I would say is that your mind opens
Yes.
when you are traveling outside the country where you have only see how the life is, and when you see different culture, different way of living, different way of eating, it actually tells you that wherever you are stuck in life, you just need to change where you are living, and when that will change, you will definitely find another way of doing things and thinking about things, and letting yourself get your own power which is needed to help yourself become an entrepreneur.
So, how do you stay motivated and inspired in your daily life, being so much disciplined? As you mentioned, just 6 hours of sleep. So, how are you doing all of that?
Yeah, so I like to be happy, and I money doesn't make me happy, but if any project we get a good success, if any friend does good, if any client does good, we celebrate those small happiness, small victories we call them, because there is no competition out there. We are just there to help people understand the adaptation and the power of what an ecosystem does to them. And a forward thinking mindset is definitely important when you want to be motivated yourself. Self love is very important, that the way you are, you need to accept it, and you need to accept and let people love you who love you the way you are. So motivation comes from majorly happiness and self love.
So, last question for the personal round that if you are to describe Vaibhav in one line, how that would be?
Oh, line, you want line? Okay.
Yeah, a word would
So
also
let me.
like do great. Like if you have a like perfect word, it's really great.
Okay, so I'll give you the word first and then I'll give you the line. Okay. So the
Definitely.
first word that defines Vaibhav is indispensable. Okay. And if I would put it in a line, then I would say I am a visionary who sees what can be done in one lifetime, because I have lived 2 decades of life working closest to the people who have been amazing in my life, and who have always given me a thought that uh, life has more to offer you. If you are stuck, then you just need to feel that it's only momentary. You just need to bump it and you need to drive fast. So, yeah, technology and a passionate guy who always would thrive to help others is Vaibhav.
Okay, sir. So that is it for the personal questions round. We are towards our last round, which is the rapid fire round. And as mentioned, if you perform really great, we have a small surprise with us for you. So let's get
Okay, I'll
started.
try
You
my
have to
best.
like be yes, yes, please, sir. What were you saying?
I'm saying I'll try my best.
Yes, please, sir. You just have to be very quick with the answers, like it's this or that, or like
Okay,
use a word or a sentence. Um,
okay,
so
okay.
coffee or tea,
Tea,
early bird or a night owl,
early bird.
favorite tech gadget.
Uh, wow. Uh, my wearable ring. Yeah,
Okay. Your favorite AI tool.
a mid journey.
Okay. Most memorable business trip.
Las Vegas.
Okay. One word to describe your work style.
Uh, Organized.
Favorite digital tool or software.
Photoshop.
Best advice that you have ever received.
Uh, Life is like a heartbeat. Take a dip and bounce back.
Okay. A hidden talent you have.
Oh yeah, I can paint.
Were you about to like mention singing or something as well? I
You are
got
a
you.
fast reader.
Yeah, I got you, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, part of it. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. If not tech, which other industry would you be in right
Cricket.
now? Okay. Your favorite cricketer then?
Cricketer. Virat.
Yeah. Okay.
Delhi.
Uh, uh, your role model.
My dad.
Okay, that is it for the rapid fire round, sir. And you performed really well, actually. So, as mentioned,
Thank
we
you.
have this ebook scheduled for you. You would be
Okay.
receiving. Our team will be getting in touch with you and getting your mail address and everything, and you would be receiving this ebook signed by the author himself, Lion Amir Virani, and with some other like surprise goodies along with it in
Wow.
by courier at your like given address. So this is what we have for you. And thank you
Thank you.
so much, sir, for joining. This has been a wonderful experience, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed you having on this show. I again thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to have this session with us, sitting in a cafe and having this conversation. Like
Thank you.
it tells about your commitment and dedication that you like do for your work. So it's really commendable, and I really like thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of like my team for being like so committed towards our show and taking it so sportingly. It was great having you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys. I hope I could add some value. And thank you to Virmaniji for giving me the goodies. And look forward to help more.
Definitely, sir. For our audience, please stay tuned to watch this and many other interesting coffee conversation episodes on our YouTube channel, The Coffee Conversation Show. Please subscribe to the channel and look forward to another interesting coffee conversation with yet another guest speaker. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you so much, sir.